Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world away. Yes, you can hear my voice. I'm not very well at the moment. This is what happens when you go gallivanting around the world. But today, for first time back, building something, I'm going to be doing the next 3 stages of the Fanhome release of Build the Spider-Man Iron Spider.
Swinging high above the streets at night, iron glints in moonsoft light, spider threads laced with steel. In his suit he feels ideal.
Okay, so where were we on this? Remember in the last packs, we've actually finished the head and we started the arm. Actually, we've done the forearm. We've still got to do this upper arm section here. I'm not sure what we're doing in the next 3 stages, but I wanted to do something easy today. As you can hear, I'm actually feeling fine. I just haven't got a voice and I've got a really sore throat. So that's why I'm grogging around at the moment. But you know what? Nothing's going to stop me doing my live stream tonight. I wanna tell you all about Wonderfest and what we got up to. Now, if you haven't seen my video or the main video I did on the contest room, I have put a link up there. You can click on that and check out the amazing entries in that. And I'm going to talk about all of it tonight on tonight's live stream. But if you want to get this for yourself, it's available through Fanhome. I have put a link in the video description. There's also that QR code on the screen. But without further ado, let's get cracking. So let's see what we're doing. This is stage 6, and here is the magazine. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts, lots of screws in this, and we're actually going to be working on that top arm section here. Looks like we get to put all of this into place, so by the end of it, I think that arm is pretty much almost complete. And this is the rest of the magazine. So let's do that first. So this is the left upper arm. And attention to detail here, check this out. Look, all the parts are all individually wrapped to protect them. So it's going to take me a while to get everything out, I think. Now, one of the problems on this build is we've got E screws and we've got G screws, but unfortunately the bags aren't labelled up. So the G screws are the flanged screws. The E screws are the ones that aren't flanged. Bring the arm over here, what we've been working on, because I'm going to want to put this piece in here just like that. It's going to be held in with 2 of these E screws, which are the non-flange screws. So get these in. Working our way up, we've got this piece now to put in, which just goes on top of this, just like that. And again, this time we're going to need 3 of the E screws. So 1 there, 1 in this hole, 1 in that hole there. Now, making sure that this wire here is coming straight here and it's not going to get pinched, I'm going to now be putting this section in here. And it's basically going to be going on top of these sections here. So it's basically completing just this side of the arm here. And I'm lining it up with the holes here, here, and here. Now this time we are going to be using the flange screws. And we need 3 of these. Now, just putting this last screw in, it's important to make sure that there's a lip on this one that needs to fit underneath there. But that's in, looking good. I'm going to do a similar thing just on the other side here with this one. So once again, this lip going underneath here, and then I'm lining up all of the parts just on top, like that. And flange screws to keep these ones in. Very clever how all this goes together. So as you can see, we've got that side on there, and that side on there. Now, I do need an E screw. The E screw is going to hold the other side of this, but on this side here. So I'm going to be putting that in here. Perfect. Then I'm going to be putting this plate over the top here, which is going to close all of this off. Make sure this goes underneath the lip here. And I'm not pinching the wire. Perfect. So that's going in there. And it's just a push-in by the look of it. Perfect. So that's gone in lovely there. But, whoop, and it just pinged out there as well. So it is a push-in, but we are going to hold it in on this side with E screws. So this is going to stop that pinging out. turn this over, and then on this side here I've got this last piece to put in. It's going to follow the shape just here, so this is going to go in just like that there, and I need some flange screws, and I'm screwing this in from the other side just here into these two holes here. So one there, one there, and then finally I need one E screw, and that's going to go into this point just here on this side. And with that in place, that is all there is to do in that stage. So in stage 7, here's the magazine, looking just like this. Lots of pieces in this, and we've got an extra cable in here as well. Looks like I'm going to be starting a shoulder section. Is that right? Putting this together like that. So at the end of it, this is how it's looking. And this is the rest of the magazine. Now it does want me to test the lights in stage 7, so I will get my tester out to have a look at that. And once again, these are all individually wrapped, so let me get all of these out as well. It is worth noting that these gold trim pieces here are solid metal. Probably hear that, so I bang them together. Now, if you remember, this is what the tester board looks like, so I'm just going to plug the batteries into here. And then I've got this lead here, which I'm going to plug into the smaller of the plugs. And I'll plug the other side just into this electric section here. And as you can see, the light comes on there, and that's working perfectly. So I can take that out, and we can start doing this stage. So first things I need is this section here, and this metal piece of trim, which is just going to be going on the top. That's like that. It's held in with E screws. Now we've only got one set of screws in this, so we can't really go wrong. Need 2 of these. Let's get these screwed in. That's perfect on that side. Turning it over, and in the indent here, I've got this piece to go in, which is going to fit on just like that. On top of that, I've got this red piece of trim, which is going to go in this way, just like that. How impressive does that look? I love that. Again, some E screws is going to hold that red piece in from the other side. And in turn, that's going to hold that gold piece in as well. Here's the second screw. Then I've got a diffusing lens and a lens frame here to go in. So this is just a case of pushing that into there. So that's looking like that. Then this whole thing is going to be going into this surround. So it actually goes on top. So it's fitting like that. And I want to hold this in once again with an E screw. Just in the hole in the front there. So that's how that's looking. Turn it over, and in this back section, I've got a mount for the lens when that goes in, and this is just a push in. So it's just a case of lining this up and pushing that into place like that. Then I'm taking the circuit board and putting the hole in the circuit board in this way so that the light on this side is through the larger hole there. So that's going to fit on just like that there. And I want to close that off and keep it into place with just this plate here, which is going to fit on top. You've guessed it, holding that in with this E screw here. Perfect. So that's one piece in there. Now turning this section over, this is going to be mounted to this section just here. So it's going to go this way. It's going to fit over the top. So then this light, as you can see, is coming out the side there. Once again, we need these E screws, 2 of these to hold this in. Just one there and one here. And then this cable that we used to test, I'm now going to be plugging into that socket. So one side goes in here. Perfect. And on the other side, I want to take off a number 5, just from this pad here, and about an inch down from the plug, I'm going to be putting that into place so I can identify that wire later on. And that is all there is to do in that stage. So that just means the last stage of this pack is stage 8. Here's the magazine. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts, and we're starting to do the right hand here. So it does mean I'm mucking around with some fingers again. I guess that means we've done one whole arm now. So this is going to be quite a quick stage, I'm guessing. Now, I think I mentioned it when I first opened this up, but I did get a lot of comments in my last video. This is a static model, just so you know. It's not a posable model, which is why these fingers are fixed into place. Now, first thing I need is this part of the, I'm guessing this is the thumb here. I'm going to be putting this bracket on. It's just going to go over the top here, making sure that the little tab on the bottom here is fitting into this channel just here. So it's going in like that. It's held in with an A screw. Now again, in this one, we only get one kind of screw. So the A screw is these flanged ones here. I'll just get that screwed in. Then I'm going to be putting the other side of this thumb in, and it's just going to be a pushing. You heard that clipping. No seams at all. Look at that. Excellent. Going to do the same with the fingers. So I'm going to be putting these two together. And once again, making sure it's all lined up. And clip that in. Again, no seams. Then take this palm section. First thing I'm going to do is put the thumb section in just there. Once again, I need one of these flange screws. You can see how neat that fits in there. Just get that screwed into place. And then just put the first finger in, which is going to go on here. And screw that down as well. So we've started the second hand there. That's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. If we just match that with the first one here, you can see the pose of these as well. But quite a heavy piece as well to say this is a mixture of metal and plastic there. Obviously, this lead here is going to be operating the light just there. When we get the shoulder piece in, obviously, just trying to figure how that goes. I'm guessing that's going to go on there like that. Haven't put that in yet. Then we've got the light at the top as well. That was a quite enjoyable way to do it. I didn't have to talk too much, and I've still got a voice at the end of the build there, so it's all good. Anyway, once again, if you want to get this for yourself, I'll put a link in the video description. There's also that QR code on the screen, but I really hope you like that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.